Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to invite everyone. I had a teacher recently say to me, ooh, that got everyone quiet. Instead of taking a deep breath, which not everyone likes to be told to take a deep breath, I understand. Just notice the air. Notice the air. We welcome in the joy of Shabbat with song, with community. Lechune ranana. On page 12, if you want to follow along. But just sing from your heart if you don't want to follow the words. Lechune ranana, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Nekad mafana, bitoda, bizmiro naria lo. Nekad mafana, bitoda, bizmiro naria lo. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Nekad mafana, betoda, bizmiro naria lo. Nekad mafana, betoda, bizmiro naria lo. Let's get the rhythm going. Lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Nekad mafana, bitoda, bizmiro naria lo. Nekad mafana, bitoda, bizmiron. One more time, sing it out. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Lechune ranena, ladonai naria, letzu yishenu, letzu yishenu. Nekad mafana, bitoda, bizmiro naria lo. Nekad mafana, bitoda, bizmiro naria lo.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Right before services, a second ago, Saul asked us, what's your intention for this service? And I said, joy. Because it's Adar, it's the month of Adar, but also because we're together, because we have a special guest here, because you're all here. It always feels good to be here for Shabbat. So welcome. Whether this is the place that means Shabbat to you, or this is your first time here, I want to wish you an evening of rest, of reflection, of renewal, as we mark our time together and make it holy. On this Shabbat Hallelu, we use music as a vehicle to transport us to sacred place and sacred time, allowing melodies to hold us, words to heal us, and songs to transform us. And we are so, so lucky to be joined this evening by musician, activist, and teacher Craig Taubman. Well, you'll recognize his melodies. You might know his melodies. They're a really important part of our music here at PTBE. They're beloved by both children and adults. Really, Craig's music takes ancient Jewish ideas and teachings and connects them with contemporary Jewish life, makes them modern so that they speak to our souls today. So I invite you to arrive this Shabbat holding your own experiences with you, reflections on the week that has passed. I hope, like me, you'll come to sing with joy, but I know that some of you are here hoping and praying with thoughts of peace, of healing, while others come to remember and mourn. To do all of it, we gather in community. So we are grateful, as always, to be joined by one another, by Cantor Alana, by Saul K, by our Hallelu band. And I invite you now to just sit before the glowing light of our Shabbat candles as we say the blessing on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Craig. I said to the band, I said that was a spontaneous burst of indifference when you introduced me. It was like, eh. So, Romemu, raise it up, rise up. What a great way to start a service. What a great way to greet Adar. So our goal, or my intention now, is to start here. And by the time we end this psalm in 15, 20, 30 minutes, I'd like to be here. Yai, yai, yai. Try that. Yai, 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 yai. That was fun. Yai, 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 yai. Yai, 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 yai. Come on. Yai, yai, yai.
קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו לך על קודשו רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו
לך הקודש.
Yasher koach. We're going to continue to welcome Shabbat on page 20, L'chadodi.
לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתחילה לך
דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה
The bride is nervous.
דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במשאב התחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה
התעוררי, תבורך ומגורי, ומגורי שתדברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי,
לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה.
We invite you to rise and face our entrance to greet Shabbat.
Who's going to open up the doors? She wants in. Open up the doors. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה
גם בשמחה ובצהלה
בואי כלה, come my beautiful Sabbath bride, come and greet us. לך
דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת
לך דודי, לך דודי
לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה.
לך דודי, לך דודי
לקראת כלה בני שבת
Shabbat.
Well, we're going to say standing because the Baruch Hu asks us, have we arrived? Have we prepared with enough intention to be here for Shabbat? And then we enthusiastically answer, yes, we are here. The Baruch Hu is on page 28.
We need one another for this blessing. We can't make this call alone. Calling in the Blessed One and the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed in this moment now and every now to come. Come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Come all of you, come all of us. Bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us. And bless the one who blesses. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Mishaneh makom, mishaneh mazal. You change your place, sometimes you change your luck. If you do everything the same way, the same time, expect a different result. We know what Einstein said. What did Einstein say? Okay. So I'm going to ask, would you come up here with me? Unplug your bass. Come up here. And if you're comfortable, change your place. This is like the credo, right? The Shema. We're at the Shema. Listen. And it's so easy not to listen when you do the same thing over and over because I heard it before. So I want you to see this and hear this a little differently. And when you're ready, we're going to repeat this 3 or 4 times. When you're ready, hopefully you'll be singing. Stand up. Hopefully get closer or more distant, but don't be where you are right now. You've been there. That's where you are. Listen, Israel, Adonai Our God is one. Ezra, you want to come up with us? Okay. Listen, Israel. Adonai. Our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, Adonai, our God is one. All of us together. Listen, Israel. Listen, Israel. Adonai, our God is one. Chazak, strong. Listen, Israel. Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Last time, Shema Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai, Echad, Echad. Listen, Israel, last time. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one.
We declare each Shabbat, Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim, remember going forth from Egypt. We remember that pivotal experience of our people, even as our wounds from October 7th are still fresh, even if we feel less safe at home, even as our Israeli brothers and sisters are being held captive. We sing Mi Chamocha to remember what that taste of freedom once felt like, and how that hope and longing for freedom is hurtful. So as we sing today, still let us not forget that freedom means safety and peace for all, that immeasurable human suffering from war is darkness all around. Instead, let us remember going forth from Egypt and pray for safety, peace, and light. Our Mi Chamocha words are on page 40 and in our supplement.
We are walking, we are walking, we are walking in the light of God. We are walking, we are walking, we are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora Tehiloto seifele Nora Tehiloto seifele. Sake, take it.
Walk on in the light. We've come so far to go. We keep on walking in the light. Oh,
We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. Oh, we are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ushmor Tzeitenu Ukoenu Lechayim Shalom. People get ready, there's a train a coming. You And all you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. And you don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. People get ready for the train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. And faith is the key. Open up the doors and board them, 'cause there's room for all among the loved and lost.
There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who's hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner, but there's no hiding place, all from the kingdom's throne. Come on, say.
People get ready, and there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board, 'cause all you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. No, no, you don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord.
In our Amidah prayer, there's room for both keva and kavanah. The fixed structure of prayer are keva and the personal intentions that we bring to it. There's room for both ancient and modern, going all the way back to our ancestors, naming our matriarchs and our patriarchs, but then reminding ourselves that we too are part of that line. We too are part of this tradition, adding to it, connecting to it, building it day after day. So I invite you now to rise and turn to page 46 as we add our own selves into this prayer to our Amidah, affirming our place here in Jewish community. We begin with intention.
Yai la 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 la, yai la la, yai la 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 la, yai la la, Adonai Sfatai, Tiftach ufi yagid. Tehilatecha, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai. Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there. I am but a voice, just a cry in the air, but I sing nonetheless in this pain we share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each other by this tree of life. I'm angry and tired of this great divide, but I sing nonetheless with love on our side. Oh, sweet souls who feel broken now, we'll heal together somewhere, somehow. Time and again we have been let down, but we sing nonetheless, still whole and still proud.
Rest is often the best prescription when we're sick. Rest alleviates our pain. Rest restores our bodies. Rest can even calm racing minds. On Shabbat, we are offered rest as a gift from our Creator. So we grab it, each of us healing from whatever it is that ails us. Our fast-paced lives, our to-do list, the stresses we each carry, and for some of us, much more serious pain and suffering. But Shabbat offers us this gift of rest, this gift of healing. So as our bodies rest this Shabbat, let our hearts work and work overtime, witnessing pain and suffering, work on loving, work on caring for each other. This Shabbat, if you are praying for someone who is in need of healing or praying for yourself, I invite you to name those names aloud, put them out here in our sanctuary. Maybe you want to say them loud and boldly so they land here in this space, or maybe they are just a whisper with your breath. But we will witness each other as we form a community of those who engage in the work of healing. I'll look around the sanctuary, and as I do, please feel free to share a name out loud. As those names as those souls and spirits are being held, we also pray for Marcia Margolin, Larry Margolis, Gary Verbin, Larry Gurman, Rebecca Frazier and Marcel Frazier, Sherry Berenstein, Pari Meskin, David Habib, Carol Penn, Jessica Bobson, Cindy Brines, Inette Marshall, Fatih Atish, Richard Lau, Howard Bott, Christy Denham, Rona Bin, Yanhina Camino Margolis, Michael Becker, Rob Keller, Joyce Polanski, Dara Moskovitz, Robert Chin, Terry Scher, Gail Rosenberg, Carol Real, Charlie Claire Abraham, Eric Dessen, Charlie Garden, Elyon Straw, Larry Staley, Mike Renning, Maria Socorro Munez, Sue Kuntz, and Melvin Katz. We wish them and all of your loved ones a refuah shlema.
Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there.
We add a prayer for Israel by Hannah Ellenson. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, we ask your blessing for the state of Israel and for all of Israel's inhabitants. Mekor HaChaim, source of life, bless and strengthen those who defend the land and ensure their safe and speedy return home. Protect them and guide them. HaKodesh Baruch Hu, holy and blessed one, show Israel's leaders your paths so they may act with wisdom, courage, and dedication, and they may be unwavering in their pursuit of peace. Strengthen their hearts, but keep them from hardening. Matir Asurim, freer of the captives, return all those who are kidnapped safe and sound to their homes, without the spilling of more innocent blood, without any more souls being tarnished by horrific acts. Baal HaRachamim, master of compassion, help us hold the humanity and the heartache of the Jewish people, while also holding the humanity and the dignity of the Palestinian people. As we are made in your image, remind us of your ways. Spread over us your shelter of peace and fulfill the vision of your prophets. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not take up sword against nation. They shall never know war again. Together we say, Amen. Amen. I'd like to invite our guest, Craig Taubman, to the bima for a little sermon in song and conversation with Cantor Alana.
It's so great to have you with us tonight. It's really fun. I have to say, I definitely had your cassette tape. Back when I went to Camp Ramah, I think my sister brought it home from camp, and I was into it. Okay, you have had a really impressive career, creating music for Disney, television, and film, and you have a huge catalog of Jewish music that has been sung for decades in synagogues and in camps. So my question for you, Craig Taubman, is how did camp influence your early career? And was there a song that you sang at camp that was a catalyst for your lifelong love of Jewish music? It doesn't have to be your song, but it could be your song.
So I didn't know, I asked not to hear the questions in advance. So this is off the cuff. Camp was the biggest thing in my life. I was 9 years old, 1968, and I got a scholarship to go to Camp Ramah with my brother, who was 8 years old, 8 years old, and it was $180 or $280 thanks to Sam Smotrich. And the reason we were able to go was because nobody else was going. There were 6 people in my bunk, and I know all of them. I know Jeff Demonstein, who passed away. I know Howard Farber. I know them all. Aaron Wapner. It was a huge, huge part of my life, but everything twisted during a encampment that I went to with David Elcott. Does anybody know David? It's so weird. I mean, because, if I would have said that 30 years ago, I would say, yeah, I know David. And, I'm 66 years old in a month. And David gave me my first cigarette. I mean, that's a pretty cool counselor, right? But he also feigned having a sore throat. And he said, Craig, you have to lead Shirah for me. Shirah is singing in the dining room. And it was like somebody gave me the greatest gift. He lit up my life in a path. But what he did brilliantly was he stepped aside. He just wasn't, he just got small. In Hebrew it's called tzimtzum. And that night following me leading Shirah, it is going to be one of my songs. And it goes like this. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, pass the lox and bagel. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Az yemale schok pinu ushonenu rina Az yomru vagoyim higdil Adonai la asoti mele,
which basically means it was like a dream. That it was a dream, and that dream has been the balance of my life. So sing with the one last time.
Shabbat,
Louder.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Beautiful. Show of hands, who sang that melody at camp growing up? What an impact. I have to tell you a funny story. Years ago, someone was like, can you sing the traditional Hashki Venu? And I was like, I don't actually know what that means, because traditionally you wouldn't have a melody for Hashki Venu. It would just be chanted. And they're like, no, the traditional one. Hashki Venu Adonai. True story. Okay, second question. Pico Union Project has really been the focus of your work for the past decade, is that correct? Can you tell us what Pico Union Project is, how it came to be, and can you share a song that has been inspired by your work in this multi-faith community?
Sure. I was telling Jeff, thank you for the ride, Jeff Wachtel. Jeff left the building. No, he's there, okay. So he said, somehow, what was that? Okay. So I was bar mitzvahed at Sinai Temple, and I got married at Sinai Temple. I started a service with Rabbi David Wolpe 26 years ago at Sinai Temple. And 10, 11 years ago, I was introduced to the first home of Sinai Temple, which is in downtown LA. It was built in 1909. It's the oldest synagogue in Los Angeles. It's the third oldest synagogue in west of the Mississippi, and as Jeff said, it's probably the fifth oldest because everybody's like the nup. But it's a really old synagogue. And my wife and I bought the church because the synagogue in 1926 turned into a church because Sinai Temple got so big that they bought another property. And for 88 years, this congregation of Welsh Presbyterians kept this building holy and sacred. The building was built in 1909 by Russian immigrants from Kishinev and Kiev, where my family came from in Ukraine. And they came here in the late 1880s, 90s, and they came with money. This was not the Russians who were poor after the war. And they wanted to be like Americans, and they built this amazing building. It's stunning. You should go online and look, picounionproject.org. And I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this stunning building, and that was to not go on the road and tour. And I would turn it into the coolest venue. It was going to be a jazz club on Monday, R&B on Tuesday, and it was just going to be so great. And it had the best Scotch bar upstairs in the balcony, which everybody thought it was the women's section, but there wasn't a women's section, it was just the balcony. And it would have the best food. And I said to my daughter, who at the time was graduating from Pitzer and going to Berkeley in the School of Community Change, what do you think of the idea? And she says, it's the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life. And I said, why? And she said, because you've already made your mark and you're asking me, a white Jewish kid with privilege, what to do in the poorest neighborhood in Los Angeles. Why don't you ask the community? So it messed up my plans dramatically. I asked the community for about 6 months, and we created a nonprofit. Currently, the nonprofit every Friday distributes 20,000 pounds of fresh produce to the neighborhood. It employs 17 people who live in the neighborhood who otherwise would have no employment. Average household income, which has minimum of 2 families, is $21,000 a year. Second highest mortality rate from COVID because they live on top of each other, because they have no health insurance, because they are not documented, which means that they can't get jobs. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm tired. I probably will end it, my involvement in the end of the year. But we have been designated by United Way as something called a Care Hub, and it's a pilot program whereby, by the way, United Way, does anybody know what it used to be called? The Community Chest. And how do you know the Community Chest? Monopoly. And Monopoly was based on people studying United Way. So everybody, like my family had the Kipnis family circle, and all the Kipnises would contribute money. Am I way over time, or am I cool? Okay. Because I'm almost a third of the way through right now. Okay. So, and United Way comes in, and they basically monopolized giving. And they had all of the people with money give them money, and then they would go back and give the money back into the community. And it took them 100 years, about 3 years ago, it was 97 years into it, they realized that the monopoly that they held was only really good for United Way. It wasn't in the best interest of the community. So they went all over the world to find out what is the best model, who's doing something really, really cool in the neighborhood. And they went to Japan. They went to Pico Union, okay? And they went to Pico Union because it was about 4 blocks from them. And they realized that the best place to do work was right where you live, right? You can't just give money and give time and expect for things to organically grow. And so they have invested a lot of time and money, and they will be taking over all of the social service programs. I should say that the Pico Union Project, when we first started, it was based on the Jewish principle to love your neighbor as you wish to be loved. And we were home to a Korean church, a Latino church, a black church, a Jewish congregation, and the Women's Mosque of America, and it sounded really good, and that's about all it was good for. And I'll say what George, who is our caretaker, who lives on the property, this is what he learned from the Pico Union Project. 72-year-old man, slept on the floor of the Pico Union Project for 2 years before we bought it. Nobody knew he slept on the floor. He would lock up the building and go home, but he'd stay there. He said, I never knew what loving your neighbor as you wish to be loved is about. And I said, well, what does that mean? And he explained that he heard it in church every day. Every time he went to church, he heard it. And everybody would go, oh, I love your neighbor, and I love you. Yes. And then they'd put that statement on the pew, they'd walk out, and they'd come back and pick it up again the next day. I love you, I love you, I love you. And he didn't realize that loving your neighbor was a verb. And loving your neighbor as you wish to be loved meant you had to know your neighbor. We've planted hundreds of trees in the community. We have free eye care every week in the community, free dental care, and we just started a month ago free wellness. In a Latino community, wellness, I'm not worthy of wellness. I can't even get a job. So the song, George said, Craig, I didn't write it for this building, but he said, this is holy ground. And this is the song I'd like to sing. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, everything, everyone, every place, every way, how you walk, how you stand, who you love and how you pray. Your life is holy ground. Every he, every she, every what, every who. It's in her, it's in them, it's in me, it's in you. In the bitter, in the sweet, in the calm and in the storm. Your life is holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Why don't you talk and make a holy sound? Take your shoes off, you're on holy ground. When you hurt, when you heal, when you laugh and when you pray. If you hold, choose to keep, maybe give it away. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Your life is holy ground. Walk as if it's holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if. Breathe as if it's all around. Talk and make a holy sound. Take your shoes off, you're on holy ground. We are one people, sharing one story. One tapestry we weave. We are many people sharing many stories, but only one legacy we can leave. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, everything, everyone, every place and every way. It's how you walk, it's how you stand, it's who you love and who you praise. Your life is holy ground. Can you feel the holy ground? Take your shoes off.
you're on holy ground. I'll do another one, but okay. I'll keep it short.
Beautiful.
This is Saul K. I'd like to introduce him.
When I was getting started in Jewish music, I really didn't have any mentors. I was kind of figuring things out on my own and buying Debbie Friedman CDs and Greg Taubman CDs. And someone told me, you got to go to this Jewish music conference called Havana Shira. That conference changed my life. And if you wonder how I learned how to do what I do, in part it's by watching you, Craig. That you have this gift of drawing people in and breaking down this fourth wall that allows us to really pray together and for it to not be a performance. And I've learned how to do that by watching you and your amazing colleagues that have really taught us how to be prayer leaders and song leaders. So, last question. Given the recent events of October 7th and the intense turmoil of the Jewish people that we've experienced, do you have a message to us as a liberal Jewish community? And can you offer us a song that speaks to our need for healing, comfort, and solidarity?
Sure. I actually went to Israel in November, largely to get away from a lot of the population that I was working, not population I was working with, but social service agencies that I was working with, which was a lot of people in the, they were so anti-Israel, it was just shocking to me. And I went to Israel just for clarity. And I sang there, and I took my guitar, and I did whatever, but it was so easy to be in Israel. I was also there for 10 days, and the first 5 days were with of the hostage release, so it's a good time to be there. And then on Friday night, when the first bomb fell in, next to Tel Aviv, it was not such a good time to be there for, it's like, wow. Do I have a message? It's horrific, right? My message is let's not do armchair. Here's what I think we should be talking about tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and peace, and what we're going to do to rebuild this hell. It's really easy to point fingers at Palestinians and Hamas. It's really easy to do a historical recount of who was there first, who was there second. I was closer to you, you were closer to me, I was not quite to, it's like, but what are we going to do when we can really do something? Right now, it's just a bunch of military people and politicians who don't want to let go of power. And that includes people in America and all over the world. What are you going to commit to when this is over? What message do you want to give out? And it better be, this is good. This is good. It better be love, I think. Of course, I don't have it here. Oh. All right. Oh, no, I do have it. It's by this guy, Eric Fried, writer. And he said, it's madness, says reason. Palestine, Israel right now, right? It is calamity, says calculation. It is nothing but pain, says fear. It is hopeless, says insight. It is ridiculous, says pride. It is impossible, says experience. It is what it is, says love. It is what it is, says love. Who are you going to love? How are you going to love? How are you going to present yourself? As a victim? Or as somebody who wants to see the next 75 years in a different light for your children and your grandchildren and all of the babies who don't have parents and all the parents who have lost their babies? song. How about this?
And the sea, the rush of the waters, and only in heaven can you hear the prayer of the heart. Oh God, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the water, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart.
Thank you, Craig.
Yasher koach.
Yasher koach.
Thank you. Well, at this time, I want to invite up our temple president, Roxanne Cohen, to share some messages with our community.
Shabbat Shalom. So Rabbi Lisa, I'm 100% channeling the intention of joy in this month of Adar. Being together, I feel I'm wearing many hats right now, and I'm proud to do that as president of Peninsula Temple Bethel, as a professional at the Peninsula Jewish Community Center, and actually as a kid who sang your songs at camp, and a mother who played your songs for my children and had them bring them home from camp. It is really, truly a joy. So many of you know that Craig is here as our North Peninsula Scholar in Residence. This program, the Peninsula Scholar in Residence program, has gone on for more than a decade, I think maybe 14, 15 years by now. And we have hosted many scholarly scholars, including last year, David Ellenson of blessed memory, and a long list of others who have taught us and who have unified us across denominations, bringing together all of our North Peninsula synagogues with the leadership of the PJCC, the Peninsula Jewish Community Center. And it also brings me joy and deep gratitude to Rabbi Lori Matzkin, who's the Chief Jewish Experience Officer at the PJCC, who has brought her own creativity and vision and an understanding that as a community we can continue to evolve and iterate. And the idea of bringing a scholar who is a musician and a social activist just really speaks to our times and to who we are as a community. So Rabbi Lori, thank you. And to all of the partners who have made this program possible, thank you. So yes, it will be a busy weekend. Tomorrow morning, there's actually a little change in the scholar program. Tomorrow morning, Craig will be at Congregation Beth Jacob in Redwood City. And in addition to co-leading the Power Hour service, beginning at 10 a.m., he will lead a session called Scaling Chesed, which will be, I think, discussion and song around what it means to bring social action and social justice into Judaism. So that's at CBJ tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. and rolling into the Power Hour service, which begins at 11:30 and will be followed by Kiddush lunch. And then tomorrow evening at Peninsula Temple Shalom in Burlingame, beginning at 7 p.m., there will be a concert for people of all ages, families, everybody to come together with joy to really sing and go beyond what we do here just from the Bima into really joyous music together. And then Sunday morning, March 3rd at 10 a.m., at Peninsula Sinai Congregation in Foster City, there will be a creative songwriting workshop. So we hope that you will join us for any and all of those. Actually, walk-ins are welcome. Also Sunday, many of you know, there is a unity march standing up as a Bay Area community against anti-Semitism, and we invite you to join us. A broad group of Peninsula organizations and people will be meeting at the Millbrae BART station at 12:15 p.m. I know also we have Michelle Solomon, who leads social action work at PJCC, and Rebecca Schwartz, who's also on the Jewish Life programming team at PJCC, both of them PTBE congregants, so we're a very intertwined family here. So we hope that you will join us 12:15 at the Millbrae BART to travel together into San Francisco. On Tuesday, March 5th, PJCC also invites us all to the Israel Forum with Middle East expert Avi Melamed. That will be 7:30 p.m. at Peninsula Sinai in Foster City. And next Saturday night, March 9th, 7 p.m. here at PTBE, we are really fortunate to host Jeremy Ben-Ami, who's the president and founder of J Street, and he will discuss finding hope in dark times. And for the PTBE congregants, we really want to invite you to join us for our adult Shabbaton at Camp Newman. So if you like campy music, if you want to have that flashback to what it felt like to be at camp, or if you've never been to camp, please join us. It's Friday, March 29th and Saturday, March 30th. To learn, pray, relax. We ask that you please sign up by March 6th so that we can plan accordingly. And you can see our e-news newsletter for many more announcements and upcoming events, including, believe it or not, the ramp up into Purim. So Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Lisa, Cantor Lana, Saul, our band friends, thank you so much. And we look forward to continuing.
Well, this service has held so much more than joy. It was inspirational, it was reflective. It's always meaningful to be here together, and I know for some of us here tonight, we're also holding memory and loss. So if you are here remembering someone, if you've lost someone recently, or you're in a period of shloshim, or you're in the first 11 months of mourning, I invite you to rise and be recognized. Please also rise if you're observing a yard site this Shabbat. We are remembering in recent losses Ricardo Gomez, Evan Bin, Naomi Silverstein, Stanley Weiss, Judith Gold, and Elaine Schwimmer and Roland Miller. This Shabbat, we are observing the yard site of Edith Abraham, Ava Alperowitz, Helen Alterman, Norman Ball, Fanny Batat, Leo Blum, Ellen Bonner, Robert L. Cohen, Nathan Ben Davidson, Helen Delheim, Cantor Herbert Epstein, Dr. Israel Fisher, Ricardo Gomez, Eleanor Greenswag, Jonathan Harms, Josh Jaffe, Pearl Rock Kane, Lillian Wine Kesselman, Joseph Cooks, Sybil Kuby, Leo Levine, Lillian May, Marion Mincer, Patty Miskelly, Florence Purnell, Francis Rosenbaum, Herbert Rosenbaum, Bernard Rosenberg, Louis Samuels, Maurice Schoenbrunn, June Thompson, Lillian Tibbetts, Audrey Weiss, Helen Firestone Weiss, Nathan Wolf, and Michael Warosila. If there's a name that I did not say or that I mispronounced and you'd like to say it aloud again, please do so as I look around our sanctuary. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Will we rise together as one community, supporting each other as we say the words of Kaddish Yatom, page 294. Yitz Gadal v'yitz Kadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach herete ve'amlich malchute, b'chayachon v'yomachon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei almaya, yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kedusha barichu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yishku amen. We say Zikronam Livracha, may their memory be for a blessing. Now I'd like to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi, and then we will all be invited to share in more oneg after Shabbat. Rabbi? Where's the prayer card? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon chinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon chinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai b'kadesh haShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. All right, thankfully I have Ezri to help with Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam hamotzi lehem min havoretz. Amen.
Amen. Yasher koach, Ezri. Shabbat Shalom. We'll do one last song, and then again, please stay for dessert for Oneg. And really, thank you, not only to Cantor, Alana, and Saul and the band, obviously, especially to our scholar in residence this weekend, Craig Taubman. Thank you, Lori Matzkin from the PJCC for organizing. Thank you all for coming.
What happened?
Well, while Ilana's tuning, I'll tell you a quick story of how I met Craig. So in 2009, my drummer calls me up and he says, Saul, I found him. I said, who? He said, the Jewish Ricky Martin. I'm like, who? So he sends me his website. Literally, that's what he said. And I cold called him. I said, who are you? And he said, who are you? And we started a friendship, and Craig has been very generous to both myself and Ilana and many Jewish artists. So I'm honored to call you a friend and happy to honor you this weekend. Thank you.
Oh, say shalom, bimroma. Oh, say shalom, bimroma. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hallelu. Count it. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom, bimroma. Oh, say shalom, bimroma. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hallelu. Feel it. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Shabbat shalom.